I'm looking forward to that because this certainly doesn't feel like fall. In other news at this hour, border towns all across the U.S. continue to deal with an increase of migrants, and some are calling it a humanitarian crisis. Now the potential government shutdown could also make this even worse. Fox's Joy Addison is joining us now with more details on that. Joy.
Anthony, that's right. Border towns across the country, just like here in El Paso, are saying that their shelters are at capacity. Migrants are actually sleeping on the street all across this town. And the food bank says it only has about a 25-day supply left. And if they have to add government workers who are going without pay to that number, they will need help immediately.
It's been very hard because my family, we don't have money and we were separated. But after the first day we got here, we reunited and we stayed on the street together.
Jennifer and her family have been in the U.S. a little more than a week. They slept on the streets of El Paso at night and looked for food during the day. Then a woman told them a spot had opened up at the El Paso Rescue Mission.
It was like an angel came out of heaven. It was very good for us.
She says they are lucky because thousands of migrants line the streets and parks of El Paso. The city says it has received at least 1,800 migrants a day for the past week and a half. All shelters say they are full, and the food bank says it is quickly running out of resources and now preparing for what it calls a triple threat.
Migrant surge is much different from what we've been seeing over the last several years. This is an incredibly challenging time for the food bank. We serve about 1 in 5 people in our own community here in El Paso, and with the coming government shutdown, we are bracing.
The potential government shutdown means government workers would go without pay. And that could be trouble here because the food bank is already feeding their max, about 1,000 people per day.
In addition to the migrant surge and the potential government shutdown, which will hit 23,000 government employees here in this area, as well as the 38,000 soldiers on court lists, we're looking at a pretty tough time period.
That was Joy Addison reporting for us. Now, a bill has been introduced that could ensure the military still gets paid during this government shutdown, potentially. The Biden administration also says it plans to send about 3,000 additional military personnel to El Paso to help with the surge of migrants. All of them would also be affected by this government shutdown if that bill is not passed. Again, we have about 72 hours to see if the politicians there at Capitol Hill can get this done to avoid a shutdown. In other news, at 6:12 now.